It's said that behind every successful man stands a strong woman. That certainly applies to LeBron James and his wife Savannah, high school sweethearts who have had each other's backs from day one. Savannah Brinson was born in 1986 and grew up in a close-knit family in Akron, Ohio. The youngest of 5 children, her parents, Dad J.K. Brinson, who worked at Akron Paint and Varnish Engineered Coatings, and Mom Jennifer, a nurse, made it a habit to take in children whose home lives were troubled. Speaking with Cleveland Magazine, Savannah recalled, "If they had something going on at home or they just needed a safe haven, my mom and dad always opened up their doors." As a teenager, she attended Akron's Buchtel High School, where she was a cheerleader. She was a 16-year-old sophomore when a friend told her that a 17-year-old boy who played on a rival school's basketball team had his eye on her and asked for her number. Savannah shared, "I'm like, nope, I'll take his number." She took the number and forgot about it. At least for a while, then, she recalled. "One day I'm sitting around. I was probably bored or something. And I'm like, oh, I forgot. I have this number for this guy that I can call. He seemed interested, so let's see." That phone call would change her life. That phone call, of course, was to her future husband, LeBron James, who was then a teenage basketball phenom. Savannah told Harper's Bazaar, "I had no idea who he was. LeBron invited her to watch one of his games, and afterward, they joined a group of friends to grab a bite at Applebee's. LeBron then asked her out on an actual date." Savannah shared with The Cut, "For our first date, we went to Outback Steakhouse. She took home some leftovers, but forgot them in LeBron's car when he dropped her off. Remembering, I realized it once I got in the house, because then I was about to eat for real. But he called me and was like, 'I got your food. I'm going to come back and drop it off.' And I'm like, 'You just want to see me again? Okay, bring my food.'" What really sealed the deal, however, was when he called her up and invited her to breakfast on the day after a massive snowstorm, big enough that school had been canceled. Savannah said, "I hopped up out of the bed so fast, I was so excited. As much as my body wanted to stay in that bed, my heart said, no, we going to get breakfast, and we spent the whole day together." As LeBron James became a hot NBA prospect, he and Savannah continued their relationship. He was the first overall pick in the 2003 NBA draft by the Cleveland Cavaliers. It wasn't long after that Savannah discovered that she was pregnant. Speaking to Harper's Bazaar, she remembered, "I was thinking, what am I going to tell my parents? What's going to happen to his career? I was very scared. I was bawling." However, the 19-year-old LeBron was undeterred by the added responsibilities that parenthood would bring. He said, "It's not going to slow me down, and it's not going to slow you down. We're going to keep doing what we have to do." In October 2004, the couple welcomed their son, LeBron James Jr., nicknamed Bronny. A few years later, the couple welcomed a second son, Bryce Maximus James, born in June 2007. 7 years later, their third child, daughter Zuri Nova James, was born in October 2014.
"My name is Zuri, and I brought my friend Daddy so he can help me make these balls today."
High school sweethearts Savannah and LeBron finally made their relationship official in 2013. However, Savannah was quick to point out that she didn't push him to the altar, saying, "I've definitely not put a fire under his ass. I would never rush him to do something like that. We're really comfortable with the way things are now, and it's not up to me. When it happens, it happens. We talk about it. If we do it, I want it to be forever."
Oh, yes. She said yes. She said yes.
Hundreds of people attended the 2013 wedding held at San Diego's Grand Del Mar Resort. The guest list included fellow NBA star Dwayne Wade and his future wife, Gabrielle Union. Also in attendance were NBA players Chris Paul and Carmelo Anthony, while there were unconfirmed sightings of Beyoncé and husband Jay-Z. The Jameses continued to maintain the relationship they'd already forged, one based on mutual admiration and appreciation. Savannah told Cleveland Magazine, "He is truly a king to his queen, if you will. He treats me with so much respect. He's a really humble guy for everything that he has and everything that he's done." When LeBron James joined the Miami Heat in 2010, Savannah and their children moved from Ohio to Florida. Once in Miami, she began to flex her entrepreneurial muscles by opening a juice bar, The Juice Shop. As she noted in a 2013 interview with ESPN, the impetus came from seeing the business opportunities presented to her husband. She said, "I would listen to him talk about his conversations with Warren Buffett or Jerry Jones, but I wanted to get into business too. The idea came from the juices her trainer concocted for her while she focused on getting into shape for their wedding." But Savannah insisted, "LeBron's connection to my company is that he supports me, but this going to my baby." Savannah closed the juice shop in 2016 after she and her family relocated back to Cleveland. In 2004, LeBron James launched his charity, the LeBron James Family Foundation, an effort that eventually resulted in the opening of I Promise School, an innovative Akron educational facility. Savannah has been highly active in the foundation.
If our kids can get from the 3rd grade and graduate through high school, then there's a college scholarship waiting on them.
In 2017, Savannah launched her own program, Women of Our Future, within the organization. The program provided mentorship to teenage girls at her alma mater, Akron's Booktel High, to help guide them towards successful futures. In a speech in Akron, she explained, "I wanted to start the Women of Our Future program because I know the struggles and pressures a lot of these young women are facing during these tough high school years, and I want them to know they are supported every step of the way." According to the foundation's executive director, Michelle Campbell, Savannah was committed to helping the girls recognize their own worth. Campbell told Cleveland Magazine, "I think what's important to her is to elevate their self-esteem and their confidence in themselves." Speaking to Vogue, Savannah explained how her own interest in philanthropy was an outgrowth of her parents helping children in their neighborhood, saying, "When I was growing up, my mom took in 3 or 4 kids just because they needed a place to go and be safe, to eat." Having accepted that red carpets and Hollywood galas were a permanent part of her life, Savannah enlisted the services of celebrity stylist Casey Icon Billingsley in 2021. Billingsley told Voyage LA, "We specialize in overhauling style and concept for people and entities across the spectrum." Having styled the likes of rapper Megan Thee Stallion and actor Bianca Lawson, Billingsley has become Savannah's secret weapon on the red carpet. That was evident when she attended the 2023 Vanity Fair Oscar party, wearing a white mermaid-inspired gown from designer Sergio Hudson. Speaking about the look to women's wear daily, Billingsley said, "This is going to be a first, one of our first big major carpets. These are the moments that I feel will propel her even further into the stratosphere." According to Billingsley, collaborating with Savannah had been a vastly different experience from the work he'd done with other stars looking to change things up. He recalled, "When I first started working with her, it was like she was literally taking steps out of her cocoon." Billingsley praised Savannah's open mind when it comes to experimenting with her style, saying, "Hitting the scene, doing carpets, and taking these bold choices was a seed that I've been watering over time. As of recently, it's really blossoming, and she's getting the hang of what all of this means and how she's being inserted into the conversation from a fashion perspective." The 2023 Espy Awards was a big deal for LeBron James and his family. Savannah and their 3 children were in attendance as he received an award for becoming the NBA's all-time highest-scoring player. While accepting the honor, LeBron made a special effort to share his appreciation for his partner of 2 decades, saying, "If any of y'all know her, I know that there's a few people in here that know her. You know she doesn't ever do like this, ever. And the fact that I'm loving it that y'all get to see the queen that I live with every day. Kudos to you, baby."
I mean, she's the real MVP if you want to be completely honest. She's actually the all-time leading scorer if you want to be completely honest.
LeBron went on to laud Savannah for sticking with him for all those years and remaining a stable presence on the home front during his frequent absences, adding, "For our family, no one has sacrificed more and more hard work to support this family more than you, and I appreciate you for that. Love you." Those remarks echoed what he'd told The Hollywood Reporter back in 2018, when he admitted he wouldn't be where he was had it not been for his wife. LeBron went on to say, "Savannah was down when I was at my high school, no cameras, no lights, and she was there with me. You wouldn't be talking to me right now if it weren't for her." It's fair to say that 2023 was really the year in which Savannah James emerged as a major celebrity in her own right. That was evident when she stepped into the spotlight in a cover story for The Cut. As Savannah explained, she hadn't felt the time was right until then, preferring to focus on raising the children she shares with LeBron. She said, "That time, to be honest, was spent pouring into my boys. I wasn't super comfortable with putting myself out like that." However, now that she's stepped into the spotlight, particularly with the posts she shares with her 3 million Instagram followers, Savannah has been gratified by the reception she's received, saying, "Sometimes I'm like, oh my gosh, a little bit much, but I get it and I'm cool with it. I understood that maybe this is just where I'm at right now and this is my time to, I don't know, be seen." During that interview, Savannah shared that one of her best friends is actor Ellen Pompeo, star of hit medical drama Grey's Anatomy. Their daughters happen to be classmates at the same school. She said, "Ellen is super dope, super cool. She's an OG. I love Ellen." In addition to establishing her own brand, distinct from that of her husband, LeBron, Savannah has spearheaded the formation of a new community for women. In 2024, she partnered with friends April McDaniel and Portia Ellis, the founder and managing director of Los Angeles-based creative agency Crown and Conquer, to launch Let It Break, a new initiative encouraging women to become the best versions of themselves. A big part of that journey is informing women about the importance of maintaining their own mental health, something that's long been paramount for Savannah, who explained to Harper's Bazaar, "I have to have it. If I'm working from a glass half empty, I'm not good to anybody." She recommends that busy women carve out some space, regardless of their schedules, to ease off a bit and enjoy some idle time, saying, "We are maestros, we do a lot, and we need it sometimes."
Try to meditate. I don't do it probably how I should.
Speaking about Let It Break, McDaniel said, "Whoever joins this organization is making space for themselves. They can use that space however they see fit."